Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully created two of these pages as a agent dashboard, another is our admin dashboard, and also by default that have one of the user dashboard, right? Like right now if you also want to log in, I copy it, and then if you log in with the user, like I want to log in with the user at the rate gmail.com, sorry, gmail.com, and then password 111. Now logged in. Now you can see you are successfully logging. Now that is a dashboard for the user, right? So I want to do when you log in with the admin, then that will be returned direct to our admin dashboard, rather than that will be as a agent dashboard, and for the user that will be only the dashboard. So all that is actually the default things. Right here, if you want to find out all the default route, you can also get it. Like if you go to our CMD, and if you write down as a PHP artisan and then route list. Okay, all the route list now that should be displayed in here. You can see that is actually Laravel, all the default route. So now in particular route area here, simply if you go, like right now you can see that is the logging, and logging is working behind which part? That is our auth, and in our auth folder that is a authenticated session controller create method. So that is the responsible for the logging, and when we will be stored this data, that means successfully logging, that will be work in our store method. Okay, so that is also in our auth and authenticated session controller. So I want to do when a user will be logging, right? So here we have to actually now work in our logging area, because here from to this position, when you put that email IDs as a user email address and password, then that will be returned direct to our dashboard, rather than when you access that admin email address and password, then that will be returned direct to the admin dashboard. Right. So for the reasons here, first of all, we have to find out this file. So this file is in here. That means in our app HTTP, and here you can see that is one of the default folder. When you install the Laravel bridge, that is actually by default created as the auth folder, and into the auth folder here, that is our authenticated session controller. You can see that is our authenticated session controller. So into the authenticated session controller, that is our store. Okay, so into the store method area here, when that will be as authenticated, it should be then returned direct to the intent as a route service provider as a home. Okay, route service provider home means here that is one of the route service provider. That means if you go to that right now in our HTTP, there is a default middleware, and also here I want to do, there is a providers. Into the providers area, you can see there is a route service provider. So into the route service provider, if you go in, you can see that is our home. Home means it should be returned direct to our dashboard /dashboard, right? That is one of the public constant variable as a home, and home will be returned direct to the /dashboard. So that means right now that will be returned direct to the intent as a route service provider as a home. So that will be actually our home in our route service provider. It should be returned direct to the dashboard. So for the reasons here, when you successfully logging, by default that is returned direct to the dashboard. Right here, if you logging with the user at the rate gmail.com, and then password, and now if you click as a successful login, then you can see it's now returned direct to the /dashboard. So here now that means we have to work right in our authenticated session controller. That is one of the storage method. Here now we have to work. So if you want to do this work, we have to do, that will be very simple. Now by the role, we have to actually segment it. That means here, that is our role, one of the field. When this role will be as an admin, I want to simply return direct to our another page. When that will be as an agent, I want to return direct to the another page, and also for the user. Like I show you, in that case, we have to do after that. Okay, after that, I want to better take one of the empty variable. I name it as a URL. Okay, that will be as URL, and for the first time I want to make it as a empty. Great. And after that I want to put on the if condition. So that is our if condition, and into the if condition area here I want to take like as a request. Okay, I take one of the request and requested which field that I want to access, requested user. right? Requested user. Now by this requested user, here you can see it's already get that our all that request, that is a logging request. Logging request means here also that is comes from here. In particular, they have also one of the request. You can see that is a request folder, and into the request folder there is a auth, and that is actually the logging request. So into the logging request area here, you can see there is an email, there is also the password. So if by default everything is ready-made in particular that area. So now from to this area it's passing that our logging request, and that is actually our requested data. So now by this I want to do, that is our request, and by this request I want to access that our user, and with this user I want to access our user table field name as a role. Okay, I want to access it. So here by this user I want to access that role. Great. And when this role will be as equal our string value. String value here I have already added. Our role should be as the admin rather than agent, rather than that will be as a user, right? When that will be as a admin, that is one of the string value I want to add. So that will be as a admin. Okay, when that will be as a admin, then I want to do, okay, then here I want to pass, take another variable as a URL. So that is our URL variable, and here then that will be pass our page that I have already created. If you go to our that is not needed, I want to go. So that is the reason I'm actually prefer to use that sublink text editor. Here you can see it's not get all that is skin right now. If you go to that, our right now we also don't need it. There is a web.php. Okay, so that is a web.php, and here you can see I have already created that as a admin dashboard, and rather than that is a slash agent dashboard. So I want to copy it. I want to pass that URL in here. That means URL will be as a admin slash dashboard. That means when our role will be as a admin, it should be written redirect to the admin dashboard. Great. So that will be actually our first condition. Okay, and then also I want to do another one as else, the else if. Okay, I want to use it as else if. Else if will be the same condition when our requested URL. Okay, better I copy it and here I passed it. So now there is a requested user role, when that will be as an agent. Okay, when that will be as an agent, then I want to pass our another URL. Our URL will be changed, then our URL will be as a agent dashboard. Okay, I copy it. Now that will be as a agent dashboard. Okay, great. And else if, okay, else if I want to do another one, that will be for the user. So this condition will be the same. I copy it, and requested user role, when that will be equal as a user. Okay, when that will be as a user, then only it should be written redirect to the dashboard. Okay, after that then our URL will be only the slash dashboard. Great. So friend, that's all you have to do in here. Okay, so now that is a by default I make it as empty. Here which will be check our role, when that will be as admin, it will be written direct to the admin dashboard. When that will be as agent, that will be written direct to the agent dashboard, rather than user will be simply dashboard. Great. So now we have to pass it in our intended method. Here right now we don't need to pass that provider, only home, because only home it should be written direct to our specific slash dashboard. Right now that is totally dynamic. Now I want to pass this variable as a URL. Here I want to pass it as a URL. Okay friend, I hope every part is very much clear to you. Now let's check this out, it's working or not. If you click as a save all. Okay, I click as a save all, and now if you go, let's check this out. I want to better right now log out from this area. Now click as a refresh. Okay, right now logging again. I'm on to logging with the user as a user@gmail.com, password 111, logged in. Perfect. You can see it's now successfully written redirect to our slash dashboard, because it will be check our request. When our requested role will be as a user, it should be written redirect to the slash dashboard. That means that is totally fine. And now I want to check our admin. If you click as a log out, and now I want to log in with the admin@gmail.com and password 111, now logged in. Yes, you can see now it's perfectly returned direct to our admin dashboard that I have already created before. Right now here it should be check our role. When that will be as an admin, it should be returned direct to our admin dashboard, and when that will be as an agent, it should be returned direct to our agent dashboard. Like I also want to check it right now. From here I want to again go to that our dashboard. Right now you can see that admin is logging successfully because agent, admin, user, everyone as a user, right? Only we have to protect all that our URL. I will also cover it. Like right now I want to log out. I want to log in with the agent right now. agent@gmail.com and password. Click as enter. Yes, you can see it's now successfully returned direct to our agent dashboard. Okay, great. So here all that our condition is now successfully working. Now we have to protect it. That means when a user will be logging, user will be not able to access that agent dashboard, and user will be not able to access that admin dashboard. Also when agent will be logging, agent will be not able to access that admin dashboard. Right here now we have to protect all that our URL. So if we can able to protect it, that's all we have to do, right? So how to do this work in our next video, I want to show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.